What's going on, YouTube? Today we got another review for you, man. I got my boy Penny here today.
What's up?
My boy Ashanti.
Proud Dodgers, follow on IG.
My boy John.
What's going on?
Young Suck.
Young Soul.
And my boy Angel. And my name's Clarence Howard. I'll be your moderator today. We're going to be reviewing Dark Souls 3. We had our Bloodborne review last week, and we played this pretty much directly after. I mean, I got my thoughts on this game. I got a good amount to say, but I'm not gonna take the reins today. I'm gonna let Penny start off and let us know what your initial thoughts are on this game, bro.
The initial thoughts. My initial thoughts were that I thought the game was just raw as fuck, first off. Second off, going back to what I said last time to From Software, I'm like, yo, man, I will give y'all more points on these reviews if y'all could send me an indestructible controller. And I could give y'all more points. You know what I'm saying? Because I love this game. And I got so mad at this game, bro. I've lost controllers. Like it feels like a war, bro. Like it's collateral damage out here. But even with that being said, bro, how mad that game gets me and how frustrating some of the bosses can be and how much bullshit it could be. I like the game a lot for sure. Definitely. I have to say I probably like it more than Bloodborne. That's just my personal opinion.
Yeah, but anyway, so John, what you know?
And cut off
Bloodborne. That's crazy. We're gonna actually talk about that. We're gonna have a segment regarding Dark Souls 3 and Bloodborne 2. So those are your initial thoughts. You really like it, like more than Bloodborne for sure. John, what were your initial thoughts, man?
Well, first off, last time I'm ever taking this boy Penny's advice and making a pyromancer build because that shit was ridiculous. I ain't never doing that shit again. So I played it. I tried to play it the first go round as a pyromancer build, which was cool, but it's just too tedious. Took a little too longer, took a little longer than I wanted it to really, for me to get into the game. So I redid it and I did a strength build. I did it with a knight and way better. I really liked it after finally switching it over. So initial thoughts was this game's pretty cool, but not as good as Bloodborne.
Oh, we had to add that in there. We're gonna talk about that in a second. Hold on.
Oh.
But John, you were about to quit, right? When you did your pyromancer build, you were like, I think I'm cool off this game. And then
I know that all y'all are, well, I'm pretty sure Clarence, Penny, and Suck and Angel. I don't think Smooth was in the chat, but I was like, yo, like I'm about to quit this game. Like I'm not playing this game no more. And I was dead set on it. Like I stopped playing it for like a good couple, I want to say like 3-4 days. And this boy Penny was like, bro, just do a different build. He goes, do a night build. He goes, watch. He goes, it'll be a little bit better. Like I've been looking into it. So I did it and ended up progressing through the game a lot faster than initially with the pyromancer. And I think I caught up to you guys pretty quick. Like once I finally got everything going. But yeah, I was on the verge of quitting that.
He said, I was on the verge of saying, screw this game, man.
That's how it is, man.
Yeah, bro, the pyromancer build in the beginning, it just sucks because you don't got they only give you like one spell and you really don't get more till like later on in the game. But I mean, as we've seen in co-op though, the being faithful to that build does pay off in the end.
Nah, for sure. I definitely agree with that one.
And then Young Suck, you were a sorcerer, right?
Yeah.
What was that?
The glass cannon, man.
Glass cannon. Yeah, it's all about, you know what I mean? You know how I am. I like to do them dodges. Plus, I mean, I let this boy P run through the game as he's the main one over here. Hey, I got this new spell. I mean, it don't work for me, but hey, it might go crazy for you.
It's true. I'm quite hella, bro. I'm like, I can't even use it, but it's like the only one I know. It's like he the only one that chose sorcerer.
Yeah,
but I will say that it is. I mean, as cool as it was near the end, like same shit with the pyromancer. It's really towards the end. like, you know what I mean? Like the latter half of the game, and is honestly like, I mean, personally, I was kind of over it after Bloodborne. I was like, you know what, I need a cool break from this type of game, but you know, it was next on the list. So I was like, you know what, fine, that's cool. Like, I'm gonna let these boys help me through the first part at least.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, it was fun and it was cool. But I like the fact that there's more variety with the weapons. But it's the fact that, you know, it's only variety with just the weapons, not the skills, or you know what I mean? Like for the most part, it's just hang back, use the spell. All right, time to dodge again. All right, hang back, use the spell, time to dodge again, you know. So
Yeah.
it was a little repetitive at a certain point. But I mean, overall, it was a cool game.
Angel, what was your experience like, man?
Just like just like these two, I didn't start off with the one that I ended up finishing the game with. My first build was an assassin, and that didn't go too well because that first boss that you come up to, like,
Deer.
yeah, I couldn't finish him, bro. Like I couldn't even get a quarter of his health done. And I was just switching through each different build, trying to figure out which one I wanted to use. And then I was like, fuck it, I'll just go with the knight. So I started going with the knight, and I pieced that boy up hella easy on the first try. And I was like, okay, starting to feel like Bloodborne again. So I get through it, and I finally make it to the Firelink Shrine. And then I get to the next level, and I got stuck there for like weeks. Like I couldn't move past the dragon because I was scared that the fire was going to kill me. So I was just farming for hella long. But I ended up finishing it with the knight build, and I gotta say I love this game. I got through a fair amount of the bosses on my own in the beginning, but you know me, I like the co-op shit. So once I started like getting towards the end of the game, this boy Penny and John, they was helping me out tough with it. Like,
Yo, hey, since you brought that up, I have to say, bro, that fight when it was me, you, John, fighting Gael, bro.
bro,
John got pieced, and then I threw one more fireball, then I got pieced, and then here comes Angel with the last hit. I'm literally just watching him like, no, and then Angel just comes in with the last hit. Wow, bro, that feeling right there, bro, that shit was unmatched, bro. That had to be the best
I
boss
missed
experience
the first swing, and he hit me. He hit me with when he went back like that. That's why you said no, because I already had like half health. And when I just hit that boy, I just ended it.
I was like,
Shit was
bro,
hella
we
rough.
did it, we made it. That feeling though, like, because Gael is hard, it's so hard that even with 3 people, he's still kind of difficult. And it's like when
Oh,
it's
for
in that
us.
dire situation where we all got picked up, and then freaking, you know, you come through with that last hit, it's like, yeah, that's just raw, bro. It's stuff like that. I feel like that definitely makes that game raw as fuck.
Hell yeah. Fuck that dragon though. Hey, but this game was hella raw, bro. For real.
Yeah.
Gotta give it. It's up there with some of my favorite games.
Madeir is sickening, bro. Hey, this is how I know Madeir is sick, bro. Because I seen some videos on YouTube. You know those lizards you fight in the game? With the crystal lizards?
Oh, yeah,
So
yeah.
that's crazy, man. I asked you for your initial reaction. I didn't ask you the whole story, man.
No, I'm just saying, bro, because like, bro, it takes like at least like 40 to 50 of those lizards just to beat Madeir.
You watch those videos?
Huh?
You watch those videos on YouTube?
Yeah, all those versus videos of like all the characters and stuff like that.
It's raw, bro.
Yeah, Madeir is pretty vicious, so I don't really feel bad about losing no more because even Gael and some other people got pieced up by Madeir. So,
damn.
Yeah.
And Ashanti, you didn't. I don't think you played Souls 3, but based on what you've heard about it, maybe what you've seen through share play or through anything you watched on YouTube, like what are your, I guess, initial feelings on the game compared to what you have played of Bloodborne?
Boy, sick. He was laughing at us the whole time in the chat, man. I'll never forget that. But go ahead, continue. I ain't forget.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, it just looked like trash. Like it doesn't hold a candle to Bloodborne if I'm really just fucking with y'all.
Hey, Penny was about to cry, bro.
Nah, seriously though. Seriously though, I watched a bunch of gameplay on it, like videos, and yeah, watching it share play, it looked cool. It looked a little bit like it looked something that I think I would enjoy more than Bloodborne, just from the aspect of it looked easier to understand to me. Like Bloodborne, I was like, yo, what the hell is going on here? But Dark Souls 3, it looked a little bit more like just watching the share play, I was like, okay, I wasn't like confused as opposed to like when I seen share play, I can't remember what boss Penny was fighting when I seen him play Bloodborne, but I was just like, yo, what the hell is happening here? Like I don't get this at all. But it looks fun. Like that's definitely something I think I'll go on to try, and I'm gonna go back and play Bloodborne, of course. No, I just got my external hard drive, so definitely gonna give that a chance again. But yeah, I mean it looks good. It looks fun. To me, where it's the most fun seemed to be was the multiplayer though. That's not something I don't think I'll play that game by myself. Like I think I would rather just play with y'all because it's just funny like that fight when y'all are getting pieced up and laughing. I remember exactly when John was gonna quit and delete the game. He was like, no, I deleted it. And I was like, damn. It was heated. Like this boy
Penny
Penny's
was
not
like,
playing.
"No, come back."
Penny's not playing about that controller, Sony. If you're listening, he's not playing about that controller. Help my man's up.
Controllers, plural.
Whatever.
Yeah,
plural,
no, I'm
man.
saying from software, bro. Like
Oh.
Sony, fine. From software, man. Y'all got to make your own controller for the difficult ass games you guys make. Okay, you might even make more money like that. Who knows? I know I'll buy it. I need a sturdier controller to play your games, man.
He
Straight up.
said, "Hey, man, I need to test it out, man."
Send me the demos, whatever, bro. Come out with a from software controller because you know we're gonna throw it. You know it.
All right. So, I mean, off the top of the head, is this a game you can all see yourselves replaying anytime soon?
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh, for sure.
absolutely.
Nah, you suck.
You ain't even played the DLC yet, man. I ain't trying to hear none of that.
He said,
That's
I'm
why I
best
ain't
part
gonna
of the
replay the
game.
game.
Sickening, bro.
Yeah.
Sickening.
I gotta play it.
It was just like getting through it this one time for you, but you think you cool off this game like for good now?
I mean, I'll probably get the DLC, check it out, but yeah, probably.
So is it like these games in general? Like, does that include Bloodborne or is that just Dark Souls 3?
Yeah, probably Bloodborne. I mean, for me personally, like once I'm done with the game, I'm usually like done with the game.
Except for Ghost of
Unless
Tsushima. Hey, you put in some long nights on those, man.
I mean, in terms of like games that are not multiplayer. Well, I mean, like this is multiplayer, but the multiplayer is kind of centered around the single player
Yeah, it's
aspect of it.
it's
So
not like a game mode separately or anything like that.
right.
Well, I mean, for me, there's plenty of things I like about this. One of the things I liked about Souls 3 compared to Bloodborne, more in Souls 3 was I like that you can rest at a bonfire instead of having to go back to the Firelink Shrine. You know what I mean? Like I like how you can just sit there and rest and then get right back into the action, especially if you're farming compared to Bloodborne, where it's like, well, I mean, yeah, I mean, I guess you could use a Bolt Hunter's Mark in Bloodborne. I guess that's their like equivalent of it, but it's not really the same because in Bloodborne, you know, if you want to go to a different location, you have to go back to the Hunter's Dream. Whereas Dark Souls 3, you can sit down at the bonfire. You can choose wherever the hell you want to go, including the Firelink Shrine. Another thing I liked is in Dark Souls 3, you can keep drinking the Estus flasks to heal yourself faster instead of Bloodborne, where you have to give yourself a shot of the blood vial. But it makes sense in Bloodborne because you are, you know, shooting yourself with the old blood. You can't do that, you know, multiple times like that. So in Bloodborne's defense, it makes sense as to why you can't heal yourself faster in that way.
I didn't know about that.
About what?
The Estus where you can just keep.
Yeah,
drinking.
if you press triangle like 2 times like that, he'll just drink 2 times and your health will go up instead of.
Yeah, but that boy takes hella long, bro. You know how many times I've gotten pieced up in the middle of me?
I didn't have enough health or mana to do that
But
shit.
but
Yeah,
that's
this boy
where
Suck really didn't have that much health, man. It's hella funny.
that's where Estus shards come into play. And that's why Bloodborne isn't as raw as Dark Souls, because you could use those Estus shards to make sure that when you heal up using the Estus flask, it gives you more health per one Estus flask.
Yeah.
Whereas in Bloodborne, like you get the same amount every time you hit yourself with one.
No, you don't.
Or well,
There's,
then I guess I didn't play the game long enough to figure that out.
Well, no, there's
You could equip the runes.
yeah, there's a rune that allows you to get more health from
Oh,
blue
wow.
balls. Yeah.
I think the
Okay,
sickest thing
okay.
was the fact that it literally took me almost halfway through the game to find out that you can actually get Estus shards like more. So once I found out that you can get more Estus, I was like, damn, this is life changing. Because your boy was out here running around with four Estus flasks.
Damn.
Bruh.
You didn't switch it at the blacksmith? You didn't
I
add
think
more?
I think at the time it was only what 3 Estises and one, or 3 Estus flasks and one of the for the FP.
Mhm.
So I didn't like, this boy Penny was like, oh yeah, you can get Estus shards. I was like, damn. Sickening, bro. And once I got to that max
One that
15, I
doesn't-
was like, it's a wrap, bro.
What'd you
I
say,
was out
sir?
here. I had full health and I was hitting Estus flasks. I didn't care, bro. I was getting reckless with it.
Yeah. What were you gonna say, sir?
This boy John never want to explore.
Yeah.
Who? Bruh, I'm literally the one who explores the most. What are you talking about? This boy's sick.
Yeah, he
Does
said he
not-
explored
hey,
Angel
I'll say this,
don't.
John
Angel
does
don't like to
explore.
explore.
And you
Oh,
could-
hey. This ain't
Angel
about
don't
me.
like to explore.
This ain't about me.
Sick.
This ain't
He
about
was
me.
sitting
It's
in the
about
back.
you.
He was sitting in the right corner, quiet.
Literally, no.
Nah, but one of the things that stuck out to me with Souls 3, I mean, in Bloodborne's defense, it's the kind of world it is, being that sort of Victorian goth type of setting. But with Souls 3, you know, seeing how distinct the areas were from one another, when you look at something like Erithio of Boreal Valley compared to, you know, High Wall of Lothric or something, you know, just how completely different they are from one another, or the Smoldering Lake or something like that, I thought was really cool, because it really made you feel like you were progressing into these very different areas instead of feeling like you're kind of in a very similar area like in Bloodborne. You know, you have Old Yarnum, but then you go to you'll be in Central Yarnum and it'll kind of look like the same thing. Granted, it's both Yarnum, but you know, it even when you're in certain areas, they have that same look. I personally don't mind it. I love that about Bloodborne, because that's what it's going for. It's not necessarily failing at that, but I did really like how they took advantage of making sure these areas were so different in Dark Souls 3. Because for me, just I think it really stuck to me after you beat Lord Wolnir. Is that the one with the bracelets, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. After you beat him and you first go out that door and you see Boreal Valley and it kind of looks like the Northern Lights, I was like, yo, this is dope. Like that was the part where I just stopped and was like, this is so freaking dope. That's one of my favorite areas in the whole game. Aside from how cool the Ring City looks. Even though it's a DLC, the Ring City looks dope too. But yeah, so how do you guys, well, I mean, go, because I keep comparing the two, so we might as well dive into what you like or dislike more about Dark Souls 3 and Bloodborne. So Penny, I know you got a lot to say, so let me
Yeah, come to me last.
Yeah, okay. Angel, why do you, because you said you prefer Dark Souls 3 over Bloodborne, so why?
Yeah. I mean, blocking first off, let's get that right out the back. Second, like you said, the transition between scenery, bro. I was fucking raw the first time those fucking harpies show up when you hit the flag and they come and carry you off into the cloud, bro. I got so scared. I was like, how am I gonna take both of these motherfuckers like right now? They just picked me up and started flying me away, and I was like, oh, okay, I could get used to this. And then they dropped me in some hoot ass place, and I had to get pieced up like 16 times. level up and farm for like 3 weeks just to get past that boss.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's not. It's a couple of different things why I like it a little bit better than Bloodborne, but definitely got to be blocking is top of that list.
Blocking is number one for you.
I think so. I enjoy blocking. I enjoy when somebody rushes me and I just don't have to move back, don't have to dodge, don't have to waste stamina that much.
Said,
it takes a little bit.
Why you
That's
hand
not
me?
what. That's not what Will Nick Shelby saying, man.
Dang.
I don't want to get into that.
See,
Look,
but
Deer be getting pieced up, man.
I mean, it is an element of Dark Souls that isn't in Bloodborne as much because you do have a wooden shield in Bloodborne and you do have a lock shield you get from the DLC, but obviously it's not a game that you block in Bloodborne. And I'm not trying to cut you off. I'm going to keep going through, but it's just for me, I don't know if I could hold that against Bloodborne because the gameplay isn't catered around blocking.
It's kind of catered around parrying Bloodborne more than
dodging
and dashing to the side.
And I can tell you right now, I did not parry not a single time in Dark Souls 3.
I will say that is one thing about Bloodborne I do like better. It's that little bit of time, and I've seen hella videos about this, that they give you that time to get your health back, which makes you more aggressive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, like,
hey, that's what's up, bro. You can say that when it's your turn. Hey, so check this out, though. I'm playing.
Hey, that was some truth behind that statement, bro. Hold on.
Go ahead, bro.
Show me, I was done.
But yeah, like there's a lot of things. The bosses too, bro. The bosses are.
You think the bosses in Dark Souls 3 are better than Bloodborne?
Yeah, I enjoyed them more than the bosses.
He said that like he might beat your ass next time. He said, "Oh, that's what you think."
You think they're better, brother? You think they're better, brother?
He said, "Oh, it's all good, brother. Yeah, I'm gonna let you continue, man. Yeah."
No, I ain't gonna cry or nothing. Hey, I'm gonna end the Zoom call right now. I'll talk to you.
Hey, he
later,
gonna cry in the car, man.
So, all right, just so we can get yours out the way, Angel. Who's your favorite boss?
It's got to be the one that I didn't beat. It's the fucking dragon. What's his
Midir?
name? Midir. Yeah. It's the only one I couldn't beat and couldn't piece him up. Not even when we came 3 deep.
Is that
Max,
why it's your
everything.
favorite?
Yeah, that's why it's my favorite, because I couldn't beat it. And I couldn't beat it with the help of them. Multiple times.
All right.
It's gotta be.
Okay. Suck. Which one do you prefer out of Dark Souls 3 and Bloodborne, and why?
I'd probably go with Bloodborne. Like, one of those reasons being, that health bar.
The health bar. The amount the amount of time it gives you in order to get your health back.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, pretty much that, and the fact that I don't know if it's just me, but I know the speed of the gameplay is a little bit faster in Bloodborne, so it feels like you have more opportunity to use combos.
Boy, it came up like the Undertaker. This boy's sick.
No, but yeah, like using, I feel like a lot of the Dark Souls, like weapon abilities and stuff, it's like, you use the one ability like in between attacks and shit, as opposed to, Bloodborne, you kind of doing the combos.
Yeah.
And trying to get your, however much you can in and then dip out.
I see that vein on Penny's forehead. He said, I got so much to say, man. Hurry up. He said, hurry up. He said, I got so
Hey, yeah, man. Hey, for real, bro. Hey, that's cool, dog. Yeah.
Hey, you can't see it in his video, but he got Arthur hands right now, bro. He just holding back, bro. He's sick.
So ultimately, though, it's the combos with the weapons, it's the getting your health back. Those are the two main things.
And I mean, like, the gameplay, the speed of the gameplay.
Do you think you prefer the bosses in Souls 3 or Bloodborne?
For the bosses, I'd say Souls.
Souls for bosses?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's a little more than just like you were saying about the scenery and everything too. I
Yeah.
feel like the bosses were more variety of, like you got dragons and brothers and like teleporting mates.
Yeah.
Brothers, bro.
John, Dark Souls 3, Bloodborne, why?
Dark Souls 3 had some pretty dope ass bosses. I'm gonna be real. I think the Nameless King was probably like easily like one of my favorite. That boy was sick as hell, and I remember all three of us were getting pieced up something vicious. This boy sucked though, bro, with that sorcerer, and he was doing work. I ain't even gonna lie, bro. It was pretty vicious. Nah, it was ridiculous, bro. But I would say the bosses in Dark Souls 3 probably make that game just that much better. The DLC in itself, I think, was just a little bit more well put together than Bloodborne's. Just because you get sent to like two or three different places where you're just like, whoa, what the hell? These are the same DLC, you know?
They're not though.
Plus Gael, no, but like just the difference in the bosses when you're fighting them. Like you got the twin, what was it? The twin demon princes.
Oh yeah.
And then like you fast forward and then you're fighting someone like Gael. You know what I mean? It's just like, what the hell? And Gael was sick as hell.
Yeah.
But you definitely, I would say bosses, like everyone else saying, the scenery is crazy. I mean, the scenery was pretty dope. The blocking is nice. It's definitely a different change from Bloodborne. Obviously in Bloodborne, we were so used to just not even blocking anything that I don't even think I even used a shield in this game. Like I was just out here. I didn't even realize that you can dual wield swords until like we were damn near halfway done with the game. His boy Penny was like, "Yeah, just equip another sword." I was like, "What do you mean?" He was like, "Yeah, just equip another one." He's like, "Use two." I was like, "Bro." So yeah, so I found out a lot of things a little late in the game. But yeah, it's sick. And I think what is it? The where you can use your FP when you hold L2 and then you hit R1 and you use a secondary attack. That's sick. Like that is for sure dope. But yeah, there's a lot, man, to be honest.
So
those two definitely stick out.
Which one do you prefer?
Bro, I mean, I was out here just hyping it up, man. It's Dark Souls 3, man.
Dark Souls 3, okay.
Yeah.
Nah.
But it's close. I mean, Dark Souls 3 definitely learned from Bloodborne, I would say.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know, so and I feel like they took what they couldn't put in Bloodborne and like, hold on, but let's put it in Dark Souls 3. So yeah, it's close, but I'm gonna give it to Dark Souls 3 for sure.
I'm glad you finished, bro, because I got plenty to say. All right, man. First and foremost, let me just start with Bloodborne, favorite game of all time. I mean, I'm gonna let this boy Penny go in a second, but I know he got plenty to say. This boy Shanti look like he done with our shit, but I don't really give a fuck. I'm gonna keep talking. I'm like, bro, Bloodborne, obviously that world. I prefer, I love Souls 3, but it's the lore with everything, with the great ones, with Thumerians, with humans. Everything about that game to me is just freaking amazing. Looking into the lore of the characters you come across, like Father Gascon and Henrik. I mean, the switching between weapons, the idea of the old blood, and so many things that are left, open to interpretation, even when it comes to even parts of the lore that seem to be clear cut. There's still so many things, like, so many different people can have their different perspective on how things went down. But ultimately, I mean, I got plenty of reasons why I choose. That's crazy. Bloodborne over Souls 3. But one of the biggest things that really stand out to me is the Chalice dungeons, bro. I mean, like I said, the Chalice dungeons, I don't feel like Dark Souls. This boy Penny is like, bro,
he's holding back, man.
I don't feel like Dark Souls 3 has something that can challenge the Chalice dungeons because because I just thought it was endgame content And I was like, that's cool, I guess, you know. But then when I found out how important it was to the story, I was just like, yo, what? And to have this end game content or even content you can, you know, enjoy throughout the game where there are, you know, this is 6 years later and people are still finding things in here, bosses that didn't make the game and cut content and all these just other bosses and creatures in this world, in these dungeons. There's no equal for me in Souls 3. There's nothing. Souls 3 doesn't give me that. It doesn't give me anything equivalent to what Chalice dungeons have to offer. But also just as much as I love the distinction between different areas of Souls 3, Bloodborne as a whole, the aesthetic of that world, and lore I prefer over Souls 3.
Damn,
So for me,
he said old Yarnum is near and dear in my heart, man.
for me, it's for sure Bloodborne. Like it's a given. But I do agree with what you say, John. Dark Souls 3 learned plenty from Bloodborne, and even the DLC. As much as I love the old hunters, the Ring City was insane, yo. The Ring City was insane. I mean, yeah, nah, Ring City definitely rivals. I would even argue is probably better than the old hunters, I think I would say. But I will say this, I do believe the Ring City, this is just my opinion. There's no way in hell the Ring City was like not meant to encourage people to play through it cooperatively. That
Oh,
DLC
bro,
is meant
you
for
ain't
people
beating
to
that by
play
yourself.
together. I'm sure people
Nah.
have done it. I'm sure people have done it. But it's for show meant for people to play with their homies, bro. There's no way that's the type of DLC someone's supposed to do alone. But yeah, man, that's my take. Penny, go ahead and take it away, man. What you got to
I have to come up like this.
say? This boy get the big old ring on his chest.
Yeah, man, you know, I just became king of the hollows, man. It ain't no big deal, you know what I'm saying? But you know, but anyway, I mean, as most of you guys know, out of Bloodborne and Dark Souls 3, for sure, I have to go with Dark Souls 3. Granted, I do like Bloodborne because of, like Suck said, that health bar that kind of encourages you to play like more aggressively. And like I feel like if you're coming from Dark Souls, that might throw you off because they don't, like, anybody who plays these games, they don't really reward you like that. Like there's no like comeback like that. So I definitely feel like, you know, that is a big thing in the game. And Chalice Dungeons I thought were also hella raw. But I feel like what puts Dark Souls 3 just in there, like above above a lot of their games that they've released, for me, is the fact that, one, all of the classes, like when you really choose a class, like somebody who's played these games before, right? People who understand, like, got to choose a class, you got to stay faithful to that class in order for you to see that class shine.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? And the difference between each class, like when you stay faithful to the build or whatever, like you can literally tell the difference. Like Angel chose a class, he chose a knight, but he really went down that like road of being a knight where he really got his body stronger, his strength up, so he could wear like all these different kinds of armors and still roll pretty fast and all these kinds of things. My character can't even wear that stuff, period. Like if I wear like maybe two things that Angel wears, I'm slow rolling for sure. Like, you know what I mean? So it's just like that. Like they're basically forcing you, like, if you're gonna be this, then you gotta be that. Like, you know what I mean? And it's cool to see, like, when I choose a character, I chose Pyromancer and I went my certain way about it. My character is gonna look different from you guys, and my character operates differently, completely differently. Whereas in like Bloodborne, you can choose a different class in Bloodborne, but for the most part, it kind of all plays the same. Like you're still a hunter at the end of the day. You know what I mean? You're just using different kinds of weapons. Whereas in like Dark Souls 3,
man.
In Dark Souls 3, it's like, you know what I mean? You are literally a different, it's like almost look complete like a totally different person. Like you look at Suck, his first like player that he had on Dark Souls 3, or his first outfit was like this weird fat lady's like, sorcery suit with a sorcerer hat, and it's probably because just like me, he can't wear heavy stuff. So it's like, how me and Suck look completely different from like everybody else. And then on
Meanwhile,
top of
me
all
and this
that,
boy Angel got the sick ass gear.
right? That's what I'm saying. You guys get to wear all the cool stuff, whereas like I don't. But then where my class shines is I get to do all the cool shit, like throw big ass fireballs that like are as big as my person or whatever.
Kamehameha, bro.
Or the Kamehameha wave that Suck can do. Yeah, like you know what I
That
mean?
shit
Like,
was rough.
all these crazy things that you could do, like if you just stay faithful to the class that you're in and all that stuff, like that's what really had it for me. That's what really made me like the game a lot. And it definitely, like, since we're playing together, like seeing how everybody makes their character, like your personality shines out just a little bit more. I'm just saying, it felt like you were choosing that shit on purpose. That's what I'm saying. But even if it was, I'm just saying, it felt like how different your character was.
No, you're right. You're right.
Drop
You're
the
right.
just I did, man.
Hey, but it's all right. Past my bedtime. I'll catch you next
That's what
time.
it was.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
Hey, so you said you like
And then,
Bloodborne?
like everybody else said, I have to say the bosses too. I liked a lot just for the variety of the bosses, and also like I like how the stages really are, like how the bosses really use the stage to like add on, like you know what I mean, to like what the boss is. It's like half of that shit is the stage, then not just the boss.
Yeah.
So you like Bloodborne better, right?
Nah, I like Dark Souls 3.
Nah,
I
hey,
said it
this
in the
boy
beginning,
Penny.
bro. Dark Souls 3.
This boy Penny. Yeah, man. I like to make my character how I look, man. Takes his helmet off. Dude got a mustache and a goatee. I'm like, that don't look like you. Oh, man.
Hey,
What the
to my defense, when I made the character, I had a mustache and a very patchy nose.
Shanti's just. Hey man.
Yeah. So what you think about Dark Souls 3, Shanti? Moving on. Hey everybody. So everybody, we're gonna get into this shit.
Damn, I didn't know we had a new moderator. That's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Wow.
Shut your mouth and wait to be called on. So we're getting into this next video.
Yeah,
He said,
that's right.
hey.
I'm the new moderator, so you shut your mouth.
Goodness.
Boy's sick, man. Damn. Can't we all just get along? That's crazy.
Damn,
Yeah, man.
It must
Angel,
be
you
because
fired,
Chris
G.
called.
Hey, thanks for letting me be a part of it. As long as you guys did.
He gonna have his own spinoff called Funktastic Words.
It's just gonna be this boy staring into the camera, bro, for 2 hours straight.
It's just gonna be him with the fucking Power Ranger mask.
Now it's gonna
Hey,
be.
so remember when you guys
gonna be
remember
six
when
of-
they called me tacky? I'm not tacky anymore.
It's gonna be
This is
6
my
of him,
channel.
and he's gonna put the grizzly heads on him.
You're fucking dead.
Yeah. But Penny was last talking about, why he liked Dark Souls 3 the most. Honestly, bro, I'm gonna keep it real with you. It's okay to be wrong in life. Like, ain't nothing wrong with it, man. Nah, but on a serious note, even though Bloodborne is my favorite game of all time, Souls 3 definitely pushed the envelope of what Bloodborne initially was. But I think for me, ultimately, I think Bloodborne set a standard. Dang, that's crazy. Motherfucker. This boy
just changed up the entire video.
No, hold on.
Take your fucking hand down.
I will say this real quick.
Nah, you ain't saying it till you
I
put your
will
hand
say
down.
this. The thing that what I don't know if I could have swore I talked to Penny about this, but I feel like Dark Souls 3 took the multiplayer aspect and just ran with it compared to Bloodborne. Like in Bloodborne, you can go through the game without really co-oping. Like you really can until you get to the Chalice dungeons. I feel like that's a difference, you know what I mean? And Orphan of Kos was just ridiculous, bro. I forget that fool. But in Dark Souls 3, it kind of like, it's just like you said, when you get to that DLC, it's like, you're going to have your partners with you. If not, like, you're not going to be able to play this. And I think there's like a couple of the like messages that people leave there's a couple on the ground where it's like, damn, I wish I had a friend or like need a friend to beat this part. It's like, damn, dude. And it's like, it's just they, like I said, they literally took that multiplayer and they just like, hold on, bro, like it's about to get sickening. You know what I mean?
Yo,
Yeah,
you should have left a message next to it and been like, fucking nerd.
I think Bloodborne's multiplayer shines the most in the chalice dungeons for sure. I think that's
Yeah.
where they really wanted multiplayer to shine. But I do like that's another thing about Souls 3 I like is how much easier it is with multiplayer as far as putting your signs down and seeing it and whatnot.
Yeah.
But then it's like I think getting embers, unless you're like in late game, I think getting embers can be kind of a pain because you do have to be embered in order to summon people. Whereas in Bloodborne, as long as you have an insight, you're good to go. And insight isn't hard to come across at all.
Yep.
But
You
Nah,
can't
I ain't
farm for
done, man.
insight, though. You can't farm
Suck
for
it.
insight though. That's the thing.
no, you can't.
Suck and Angel always were the ones that ran out of embers, bro. It's like I think it was like a part where we got to where this boy Suck was like, "Yeah, man, hey, but that was my last ember. But I'll catch y'all in a bit. I'm gonna go get some. Like I'm gonna go farm for something or something." Like, damn, dude.
Bro, it's because I didn't know where to go to farm. Like,
Well, I ain't trying to hear none of that.
this
But
boy was
anyways,
like,
man,
bro,
Clarence,
lock
go
your
ahead, man.
castle night.
Nah,
Like, I didn't know.
They wouldn't want to piece him up while I was getting pieced up. It was like, oh yeah, you getting pieced up? That's cool, man.
They just watching, like, hey, should we help him? Nah, hold up, bro.
Nah, man, I can't let that boy touch me.
That's that boy
hold
Penny.
on.
That's that boy
To my
Penny in the
defense,
nutshell,
bro.
bro.
I was right there with the fireball when the dancer, bruh. I was trying, bro. I hit her with like 3 fireballs, and she was just like, "I don't care about that fool.
Yeah, nah, I'm just
I
playing.
care
this
about
boy
you,
Penny.
dog."
That one time, it was just that dancer. It was just, she
All
was just,
Penny
let me
had to
just
do-
wind up and just jump across the screen.
Hey,
Oh, that's
Gael.
what I'm saying. I
That
was
boy
hitting her, bro.
Gael,
She
bro.
just wasn't trying to lock on to me.
Bro,
Yeah.
fuck
I'm gonna
I
be honest though. I know for the last hour, this boy Ashanti in his head is like, "What am I doing here?"
Sometimes I wonder who the fuck I am. He just
Hey, rest in peace, Mac Miller, man.
Nah, straight up.
facts.
But I will
Facts.
say, I mean, for future reference, Ashanti or anybody, like if there's a game you didn't play or a game you're not really down to talk about, if it's a review or a podcast, if you don't want to be a part of it because you don't have much to say, ain't nothing wrong with that. Especially if
Yo,
He
all right, hey,
said
man.
you could.
Hey, I'm
he
gonna
said
catch
you
y'all
could
later,
let
bro.
yourself out.
Y'all have a nice night.
That's
I'm finna dip
crazy.
that's crazy.
Don't tell me how to
The
live my
door's
life,
right there,
Clarence.
Boy, wow. Damn, hey,
Like,
I
tell
was
me
just
how to
trying
live
to
my life.
help.
That's crazy.
That's
He
crazy.
said, "Don't let
Yeah,
the
that's
door hit you on the way
crazy.
out, man."
Help
Hey,
yourself.
Clarence said, hey man, that's cool that you're here, but I don't know why you here.
Well, not,
continue, man. Go ahead. I'm sorry about that.
Nah,
That's
but
crazy.
there's a lot of like to me, Bloodborne will always be ahead of its time, whereas Dark Souls 3 came out like I guess after
Sorry, right on time.
Bloodborne, yeah, like it what it was, I guess, was expected. Whereas Bloodborne just blew everyone away because no one expected that game to be what it was. But after that, people were like,
It was
this
expected.
is your it's like this is your foundation, build on it. And they executed properly and they did build on it. But maybe one of the things that makes Bloodborne so special is that there is only one Bloodborne, whereas Dark Souls you got 3. And so you have these different games to kind of play and see that evolution of would you guys want a Dark Souls 4? I know Elden Ring is a thing that's supposed to be possibly coming out this year. Sekiro already exists. You got a few other Soulsborne games that exist and stuff, but just strictly referring to From Software, Sekiro exists and Elden Ring now is a thing. If there was a potential Dark Souls 4 in the future, would you guys play it? And not only would you guys play it, I'm sure you would. Would you play it? And what do you want from it? What do you want it to learn from Dark Souls 3 and be better at? I'm gonna start with you, Angel.
Yes, I would play it. And what I would want from it, is probably like better options for specific classes when it comes to certain things. Like Penny said, like they could only choose certain clothes for their builds. Like if they're gonna do that, they should give them more variety to choose from. Whereas I could wear everything. And like as for the weapons, there were some weapons where I exchanged the souls from the bosses for the weapons, and my dumbass couldn't even use that weapon because I didn't look, and you need like 30 intelligence shit, and that's just not the build that I ran with.
Yeah.
So I
He said,
definitely
I
like
just
to
didn't have the
see.
intelligence, man.
Yeah, I ain't got that intelligence, you know. And like, I was just like, I would ask them to do that, and also don't make the last boss so fucking hard, bruh.
Referring to
Do
Madeir.
me a favor. Yeah.
Okay. And Madeir is
I would
more of an
appreciate
optional
it.
boss. but-
Nah, it's not an option, bruh. You got to do it. But
okay.
if you don't, just know you a bitch. Because that boss has got to be one of the hardest bosses I've ever played in my entire life of gaming.
Yeah.
And I enjoy dying every single time.
That's
Clearly
crazy.
you
Man.
haven't played Devil
Hey,
May Cry on Hell on Hell.
raise your hand if you were able to beat. Raise your hand if you're able to beat Deer by yourself. Wow,
Hey, put your hand down, man.
that's
Boy,
crazy, man.
Running for the grand.
Wait, who are you talking
Man.
about?
Angel.
Oh,
What?
You didn't beat Madeira by yourself either. Put your hand down.
My hand's not up.
I'm talking about clearing.
What the fuck?
wait, what are you talking about?
Well, whose
Yeah.
hand is up,
He got
bro?
he got
That
the
was
mine?
Steelers.
John's
Yeah, he got
Bro,
he
what
got
the
the
fuck?
Steelers real quick. He said, "Who is that?"
This
This boy John is messing up
hold
the
on.
whole
Whose hand is
thing.
over here? Somebody hand up there. Look
Notice
at
that this man did not have his hand up. Suck.
Hold up, bro. I'm not finished. I got some other shit I want to see too. Let there be magic capabilities for all builds, other than just like. Let me be a knight that can shoot some blasts out my sword, bro.
You can, but you got to
You
figure that
can.
out, though. Hold on.
You just gotta
think
get a
that-
weapon.
Yeah, I think that
You just got to get your
Kinda.
intelligence up, brother.
think it messes up, the whole idea of choosing a certain class if you just do something like that, though.
Possible.
But suck. Would you play Dark Souls 4, and what would you, what are your sort of dream things that you would want from it?
That's a maybe for me. Yeah, I don't know. Considering it's a maybe, there's not much that I would say I disliked about the game necessarily. It's just, it was just not my cup of tea.
Yeah.
So I mean, maybe if it was, a little faster paced, I'd probably pick it up. And yeah, I mean, probably like I was saying, just the combos, like I don't. That's the thing though about with these games is that you can't really enable like a 10-hit combo or anything like that. Otherwise, it's like, well, then what is the boss doing within that 10-hit combo? Just sitting there.
I feel like that kind of thing would take away from like the point of the game. Like the
Right.
game isn't. Yeah, like I was telling Angel on some of the bosses, it's like, bro, you can't keep trying to like it. Literally hit him twice and move away. Like, you know what I mean? You can't sit there and spam.
This boy Penny was getting pissed off. I don't know if I tried to tell him. He was getting hella mad.
Well, because sucks. Sekiro doesn't have a stamina bar, so you might, even though that game's ridiculous too because it's the parrying system, but that might be a game that you
Right,
might think is pretty cool.
which has actually been on my mind now that I've finished Dark Souls 3. That's what I was gonna pick up.
So you cool with playing that like right off the bat after beating Dark Souls 3?
I smell another one
That's
coming up.
crazy, bro.
Over Neo?
Personally, I mean, honestly, I've played Neo, so like I might do it again because Neo 2 is coming out, but I mean, I
It's
haven't
out.
tried Sekiro,
It's
so
out.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, like
He
I'm gonna
said, "Can
get
y'all
it.
let me finish?"
Oh,
Damn,
man.
man. Yeah, y'all had y'all time to talk.
Damn, my bad. I said one thing wrong. Shit.
Hey, attack this boy. Everybody.
Let me check my notes. Damn, I didn't know I was off script.
Damn.
No, but yeah, yeah, no, I'm not really trying to pick up Neo. I'm not too keen on picking up Neo just yet. So I want to check out Sekiro first. But yeah,
Hey,
just the combo.
Just to touch back on, you said faster gameplay. Are you saying that you think that the gameplay in Bloodborne is faster than Dark Souls?
Yeah, like the pace
Yeah.
of like the movement and everything.
Oh, got you. Okay.
Bloodborne's for surely
Yeah.
faster than
Yeah.
Dark Souls, bro.
I mean, I'm not saying the bosses aren't faster. You know, like some of the bosses go crazy, but the gameplay, like, it's all faster.
Yeah.
Correct.
John, what'd you play Dark Souls for? What
I don't
would
think
you
he was
want?
finished.
Oh, I thought you were done. Go ahead.
Nah, this boy's sick. I was done.
That's yeah. I thought so.
Damn.
Oh, I thought I cut you off when I was referring back
Nah,
to the
you
Speed
cut
of
Oh,
Change.
yourself.
so you telling me you always know you cut me off?
Damn.
You know, when I cut off all these motherfuckers, you ain't special.
Such
That's
that you a snake
crazy.
in the grass ass motherfucker, bro. Nigga say, hey, you belong in the house of Slytherin, brother.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey,
that
Draco
boy
Malfoy
Ashanti
was
hit
his
the
best
Thiz
friend, bro.
face. That's crazy.
He said, "This guy's a
That's
rapper.
fucking-
His real name's McGonagall."
Whoa.
You've been waiting to use that in some time, huh?
That's
Motherfucker.
Yeah.
Hey,
All right.
Angel look like he built like Goyle, bro.
Damn, we started. We trying to talk about a game.
You look like you never got an acceptance letter to Hogwarts, so chill.
Called you a muggle,
Look
bro.
like Hagrid's lost son.
Yeah. Hey, so Clarence, go ahead and continue, man. Hey, that was stunning, bro. Look at Angel in the middle of a clapback. He said, "Oh."
Dark Souls 4. If they make it, will you get it? And what are some things you want from it?
If they make it, yes, I will definitely play it. What was funny is I was actually a little skeptical on this game. Obviously, like we talked about before earlier in the video. I was on the verge of quitting it. You know what I mean? So after finally starting to see the pace of this game and just seeing, like, you know what I mean, what it really takes to get through a game like this compared to Bloodborne, I would say, yeah, I'll definitely play it again. Let's see what I would look for differently. Honestly, I don't really have too much, to be honest. I feel like we said as well, they had that base of Bloodborne to build off of, and now it was kind of like, all right, let's see what you can do with it. So I feel like Dark Souls 3 was very well executed. There's not really anything that I would really want to see differently in a 4. I feel like on the PS5, like, you know, next gen graphics, I feel like it looked pretty sick. But yeah, man, I don't really have anything that I'd add.
All right. Ashanti, I know you haven't played Souls 3, and I know you ain't said much in the last fucking hour, but based on what you've seen, and you said you might play Souls 3 and see what's good with it, if they made another game, would you be down to play that one too?
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, I'm down to play Souls 3. I'll probably get it. Like I said, I just got my external hard drive. My PS4 is basically busted, so it just is always like ejecting discs. So I had to download games, which
There's a fix for that.
yeah, well, I don't care about it.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't care about it. You know, the fact, the reality of the situation.
Hold on.
is,
Can you send me that link for the fix? Mine should do the same thing. That's why I only download games.
Really?
right.
Because
Damn.
mine had that issue, and I found out how to fix it, and now the
He
only
said, I ain't
thing
sharing that with y'all.
the only thing is, after you do it, you can't eject discs from your PS4 anymore. You have to do it from your controller. That's the only thing. But I already do that, so it's not really a big deal. But I'll send you the link though after this is over.
Well, yeah. Well, basically, I mean, I just don't really have a super like variety of games to play because my storage is full and it's not very much. So
But
yeah,
you got the
now,
external now, right?
yeah, now I got the extra. Yeah, I'll get Bloodborne back. I'll
So you
get
about to get
Souls.
Spider-Man.
Oh, I'm definitely getting Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Spider-Man's
I got-
so raw.
I got Rainbow Six Siege already, but I deleted it to make room for other games. So I'll be able to start playing.
Download that again. I've been
Yeah, I'm
trying
about
to
to.
get I've been trying to get into that. Like I play it. I mean, I don't play it now, but like I've tried to play it and I just can't get into it. But I want to get into it because the things I see and hear about it look like it's hella fun. But
Yeah.
every time I play it, I'm like, this just ain't doing it for me. But I feel like if I play it with some of y'all, then I feel like I might like it a lot more.
Yeah, no, that's the first first person shooter that I actually bought, like went out of my way to buy. It wasn't a gift or something or like a hand-me-down. I actually bought it because some like the angles, like it's a lot, I don't know, it's different than Call of Duty and corner peeking and stuff like that. I don't know, it's pretty cool. Some of the different operator builds. It's pretty dope. Yeah, I'm about to be back on there and do it. I mean, I suck at first person shooters anyway, but you know, it's just fun to play. It's hard too with the health and you don't like regenerate health. It's pretty tough, but it's fun once you get the hang of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm sorry. Going back to your question, yes,
Nah, it's
I would play Dark Souls 4. From what I've seen, I guess I just have to play the game before I kind of have any notes as what I'd want on Dark Souls 4. But yeah, I mean, you know, we'll see. Definitely would play.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't beaten Dark Souls 3 a few times. I would for sure play Dark Souls 4. As far as what I want from it, I'm like, honestly, just thinking about it, based on the leaked trailer I've seen of Elden Ring, I feel like the things that they're going to like make better or would have made better for Dark Souls 4. Long story short, I feel like Elden Ring is Dark Souls 4. Let me put it to you like that. Like it based on that leaked trailer, it looks like Dark Souls. It looks like they're adding more to it and it is going to be a different game. But it still has that it still has that fantasy setting. And you know, there's certain things that they're certain gameplay elements. I saw gameplay of them, you know, riding on a horse. It looks like the game is going to be a bit more of like an open world game this time around instead of it being, you know, different sections for you to go to. Yeah, Elden Ring essentially looks like the things that they're doing with Dark Souls 4. But Penny, I can imagine you would play Dark Souls 4, how much you love 3, but what are some things you would want them to bring to the forefront?
I'm gonna say this first. If Elden Ring isn't Dark Souls 4, please don't add being able to travel on dragons and horses and stuff like that onto the game. And I say this because I've seen this video on YouTube that talked about like why this guy didn't like Dark Souls 3 because he played the first Dark Souls, and it had a lot to do with like the difficulty of like having to actually go like from a certain spot and having to work your way around the world and really figuring the world out and yada yada yada. I kind of feel the same way, except in Dark Souls 3, I don't mind the travel thing. I don't mind finding a bonfire and being able to travel between bonfires and stuff like that. But I definitely don't think that within Dark Souls you should be able to ride anything, just because I feel like that might tweak the difficulty, or it might just, I don't know, it would just tweak the difficulty a little bit too much. And I feel like the beauty of that game is how hard it is. Like you wouldn't like the game as much, or it doesn't feel as good to beat certain bosses if you're not dying as much, if you're not fucking having to really figure
What if it was
shit
like
out.
not riding the dragon in gameplay, but like
The travel.
say they add a DLC, and to get to that DLC world, you actually have to go and find this dragon and like click the button to get on it, and that's how you ride it. You ride it to the DLC and it drops you off.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's cool, but
That would be wrong.
Being able to ride a dragon.
Nah, that would be too much.
Go, that's too much. You know, that takes away from the discovery aspect of Dark Souls and all that other shit.
I don't
Lesser
think
the Nameless King, man.
Yeah, probably.
Well, I
can
think
see that.
Penny touched base on it last time when we did the Bloodborne review, where he was talking about the what was it, the Amygdala, where you see it at first and you're like, I hope I don't have to fight something like that because like that thing's hella big, and you end up fighting it anyways. And it's like it's more of a like, oh shit, like I'm actually fighting this damn thing now. Like that's pretty dope, you know? And like it kind of goes back to what you're saying, like they make you feel so minuscule to these big giant bosses that you're fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say if they were to add anything to if they ever came out with a Dark Souls 4, if they were to add anything, I would just say making my biggest thing is the initial hit to Dark Souls. Like when you're starting a combo, it takes so long for the character to do the first hit. So, I mean, I wouldn't make every weapon super fast in the beginning, but I mean, certain weapons like a dagger should be able to hit pretty fast, dude. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not having to actually pull my arm back and swing a dagger. Like, if it's a dagger, you should be able to just swipe it. Like, you know what I mean? It should be a fast combo. Like, you know, that's the kind of shit I would like to see. But as far as everything else, man, I feel like John said, I feel like they got a lot right. There's really not much I feel like they have to add just besides like little shit like that. But I think I'd rather see a bigger world, maybe. Yeah. Because Dark Souls 3 was a big world, but you know, I'd rather see a bigger one.
Yeah. The fuck is this guy laughing, man? The fuck?
I look and I just see his full.
It's because this boy Penny started talking, and as soon as he started talking, Clarence goes.
My bad.
No. No, hey, I like lie. I hella wanted to laugh because this boy Clarence hit the mute button and then just. I was like, oh shit. And then you almost knocked over your movies in the back. I was like, oh shit. I seen it rock and I see him just go.
He started talking.
This boy Penny, like, it's not funny, bro. You weren't even listening to what I had to say.
He's like, run that shit back to me. What did I tell you?
Nah, but seems like the general consensus is, I mean, as far as Angel, John, and Penny goes, and lightweight Ashanti, you guys all prefer Dark Souls 3 over Bloodborne for various reasons. Certain things about, I mean, yeah, Dark Souls 3 over Bloodborne, and certain things about Dark Souls 3, I think Suck prefers over Bloodborne, but then there's other things he prefers Bloodborne. I'm pretty much in that same boat as Suck, where, you know, I'm not completely biased because it's my favorite game, where I'm just like, Bloodborne all the way. Nothing about Dark Souls 3 is better. No, there's for sure things about Souls 3 that did improve on things Bloodborne established, but for the most part, for me personally, I still prefer. Anyways, yeah, thank you guys for tuning in to the Dark Souls 3 review. We appreciate it. It's fantastic gaming here. Peace out.
One love.